Alright everybody, welcome back in. Another Stormgate cast here today. This one's going to be featuring one of my favorite players. This is Wallace. You might notice Wallace has switched over to the Celestial faction in the recent patch. He still plays Infernal, but he's grinded out a lot of Celestial games and is getting really strong with the Celestial faction. And here we will see one of those games. His opponent, playing the Infernal faction in the red, this is Warm Milk. And I haven't cast as many games from Warm Milk. I think I may have cast one or two. And if I understand correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Warm Milk, but I believe Warm Milk just started playing in a recent patch. Or perhaps just more recently reached the top of the leaderboard, and so I became more aware of them. So welcome Warm Milk to the channel, but also to the community. I hope you're having fun with the game. And shout out to everybody else here who might be new viewers, new to the community. Welcome in. I hope you've had a chance to download the game. Remember, it is free to play. Free to play these multiplayer games. Come jump on ladder. Maybe you'll run into me. I'm currently in silver, and I'm trying to work my way into gold. So you might run into me because if you're new to the game, I'm not very good, and you might run into me. You probably won't run into Wallace or Warm Milk unless you get unlucky with the matchmaking, because they are highly ranked. 1900, 2000 MMR range is my current guess. I didn't look them up before I cast this match today. We've got Wallace warming up his Argents here. He's on double chamber, double arc ship. One of his triple arc ship, my bad. And we had an expansion from Warm Milk to Vaults. Do we have no Conclave yet? But we are halfway done our Infernal Fury, which is the brute speed upgrade. And I also see this sort of effigy spread pattern here, which really helps for the building of a third base, which I think is on the way. But Wallace actually is getting the third base up first.
Dimensional
I thought I heard a
detected.
bunch of split
A Stormgate
brutes.
will activate soon.
We have brutes, we got fiends. First Stormgate going down. Now fiends can be really punishing on that Stormgate. I thought that might be what it's for, but that's not what we're seeing here.
A Stormgate has appeared.
These fiends are looking for bases to harass. Here's the third base for Wallace. Both of them have kind of advanced towards. We're seeing the third base going down now, or Warm Milk as well. Warm Milk is capturing the Stormgate with his brutes, doing a fine job. He's probably going to capture it even before the Argents show up, but the Argents are going to show up, and this is a nice move from Wallace. Even though you've lost it, he might be able to snipe the Theron. Actually, he sadly was unable to do it there. Ooh, that really low brute getting away, and oh, brute gets. I thought the Theron might be able to heal it up, but Warm Milk decides to kind of just push these brutes, as you kind of have to do when you're facing a kiting enemy with your melee units. You just kind of run them at them, hope they get the damage done that they can. Not so much a micro game. One thing I didn't notice here, wow, actually these fiends, while that was happening, came running by and looks like killed a ton of probes or prisms. Maybe a lot of the prisms retreated up here actually. But fiends, remember, their DPS is just ridiculous. The prisms can turn to fight, but the fiends themselves will tear through a number of prisms before dying themselves. Again, the prisms turn to fight. The Kree here is a good help, and actually there we get a clean up. Now I wish I had seen, because I don't see any prisms here. Some of them probably got rallied up here. And if I, there we go, 12 and 12, 9. We have 2 here, and 12 here, and 9. Okay, so it's still a pretty good prism count, because with the extra arc ships, he's been pumping out those prisms real fast. But I do think that Fiend run by was actually good damage dealt from Warm Milk. Warm Milk does have third base up now, making some more production here, going for the double Therium mine as well. And what else here do we have? I don't see any upgrades. We're doing double Ritual Chamber? Is that a mistake? Sometimes I do that when I'm like, where's my Ritual Chamber? And I've already put it down, but it's not up yet. Because we are getting Greater Shrine finish somewhere? Nope. I don't see any Greater Shrines, so maybe I'm not recognizing the visuals as, you know, of course there are new visuals. We're getting a good little battle here. Brutes is pretty much all there is. There's like one gone here and the Faerun's helping out.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Second Stormgate getting ready. Wallace has expanded all the way up here now. He's on 4 and now 5 bases. Despite getting harassed on his prisms, it hasn't really slowed down his base taking.
A Stormgate has appeared.
And it looks like everyone's ignoring the Stormgate, and Warm Milk's going to try and make something happen here. Has an interesting kind of split army here. One army is going for the Adjudicator node, with 3 brutes there, while the rest is trying to deal with the army of Wallace. Adjudicator node is actually staying up. How is it healing so fast? Maybe it stopped healing there, but it looked like it was healing for a while. Maybe it was surged? I don't know. I don't know what... It certainly looked like it was healing, but it didn't go down. And that was basically a hold from Wallace. And Warm Milk says, fine, I'll go get the Stormgate as a consolation prize. Couldn't make the attack work. But at least that means that Wallace is sitting back with his army and is not going to contest the Stormgate at all. So we'll see the Stormgate get captured. And what we gonna get here? Okay. Shadow Mastiffs, which is not what they're calling anymore. Void Prowlers is what they're called. And they're perfect for harassing bases. In this case, they did take out an array, or a creation chamber. And, oh, nice blink away. And, oh, Warm Milk. What great army control and just strategy here. Once again, his units in the back working on that now. His army, the army of Wallace gets here, but look at this. Void Prowlers. And the Kree get around on these brutes, and this is a nice concave on the brutes. The brutes are going to all go down here. With Kree going down as well, but remember, when Kree die, they explode and do more damage, so that's not even a bad thing usually. But what is a bad thing is it looks like workers lost here. Did some get retreated away? I don't see any. Chambers down, power banks down, or energizer nodes, or whatever they were. Gracelite nodes, I'm assuming. And all the Void Prowlers get away. So that base really well harassed. This base also kind of well harassed. And Wallace, with the supply lead, trying to make a move. Moves out here. There is a big stompy stomp from the Magmadon boy. Overextending the Kree, I think. Another Magmadon coming in to continue that rampage. Pushing the Argents back. All these units cleaned up. Equalizing the supply in... I was going to say in favor of Warm Milk, but... if it's equalized, it's not in favor of anyone. But the Shadow Mastiffs, the Void Prowlers back out here, trying to do damage, and again, skidding away.
Dimensional rift detected.
And Warm Milk is like, fine, you go down there and defend that. I will be attacking up here. Finally got those prisms trapped in here. The Stompy Stomps wasted on the prisms in a way. Of course, they do a ton of damage to the prisms, and you might think that's not really a waste, but you might want to save them. Here's another good stompy stomp, perfectly timed, on top of the Kree, and I bet we get another right now. Yes, that's the kind of the stomps where you want to just sort of put little time between them. What am I trying to say? Delay your second stomp so that you've kind of got a constant and permanent stomping going on. Warm Milk also with that split army allowing him to go and take this third Stormgate here, tier 3. He's still got those Void Prowlers out, which means he's still got this Harass army. What's that big exclamation point down there for? Void Prowlers coming back down to probably do damage. What is this? Oh, Stormcaller. Oh, wow, okay. This is not looking good for Wallace, as he has to try and stay away from the giant Stormcaller, which is just going straight in to kill prisms and bases. Well, this base actually also got full on taken out. Shadow Mastiffs here not going in. Stormcaller doesn't seem to have an icon on the minimap, but took out that base. Void Prowlers here, eating prisms. And I think this base has been scouted from Warm Milk. This base over here has had a hard time, having had to rebuild many times. And now it's Wallace deciding I have to do some damage back. And so he's moving in, and we're starting to get a little bit of a base race here, it looks like. As Warm Milk's taking out this base. Wallace has got his Kree and Argents working on this base. Having a little hard time though. The gremlins and the units that are popping out of these vaults and Conclave here have delayed this long enough. And now, what do we have here? We have, it looks like we're into full kind of base race sensibilities. As Warm Milk's like, fine, I'm just going to chase your arc ships, your prisms back to the main and destroy them. The Void Prowlers are still over here killing this base. And while he lost this base, not even the Conclave, it's still up. Looks like there was some Archangel harass on this base as well. We have, ooh, and another one here it looks like. So lots of workers shedded. Wow. All the workers shed? Wow. That might have been really effective for Wallace here, but here we have a big battle. Lots of Kree. Archangel's trying to land in the back. We have Magmadons on the front line here. I think they preemptively used their trample. And so this army is going to get cleaned up. Yikes. Now Warm Milk is actually back on his heels after being in a good position for most of the game, having lost all his imps to the harass, is having to rebuild his base.
A Stormgate has appeared.
And now we have a Stormgate being captured from Wallace. I don't think he's captured a single one yet this game, which means this is going to be extra easy for him to capture. And it is tier 3, so something real good could come out of it. We got, what's that? Double Soul Forge, so he's got extra Archangels. Now the only thing that Warm Milk has going for him right now is he is on bases. He's got bases. He's been spending time mining, oh, those guys are long distance mining, but he's been spending time getting his imps back up, but he does seem to have about 4 or 5 saturated bases here, where Wallace has this base up. I guess this one's up, but this one's mined. So he's only on 2 mining bases, and for Celestial, that is not great. Not great. Difference is Wallace has a huge supply leak. He should be right now killing bases. What are you doing when you have 8 Archangels? 9 Archangels? 9 Archangels and you send them home. Gotta be killing bases. Warm Milk has spent like the last 2 minutes just pumping prisms. Now he's got shadow flyers. Holy moly! He said he's pumping prisms. He doesn't got prisms. He got imps. But holy moly, those shadow flyers could be very devastating on this Archangel Air Force. Pre-rolling in here, these imps are not long for the world. That's just bloom, you dead. Don't even need an Archangel. Flame on though. Really nice flame ons. Huge flame on. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Half the Kree force was taken out by the flame on. This base is going to go down. And he's go. Okay, the Shadow Flyers, they need. Oh, if they get a good connect here, the Archangels are all bunched together. More flame ons. Yeah. Nice splits. Pretty nice splits from Wallace. But the Shadow Flyers, oh my goodness, Archangels all dead. 3 managed to land. Huge Magmadon stomps coming through. Can they kill the Archangels? Archangels want to take them down there in Avatar form. First Archangel goes down. There's another one. There's only a single mag left. Archangel Logue takes to the air. Tries to do one last meteor strike before dying. And now it is Wallace in retreat. The Shadow Flyers doing what they needed to do. Interestingly, supplies equalize here.
Detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Couple new Archangels come in. We saw a stun go down on there as he tried to lift up. Wow, interesting back and forth in this game so far. I really think
has appeared.
Warm Milk has come back out on top. He was really on his heels there for a second, and I think Wallace took his foot off the gas pedal for just long enough. Remember that Warm Milk had basically no imps on the map and had to spend a few minutes of charges just mining or getting his imps back up and mining so he had some money. But now he's able, with that Shadow Flyer play, able to take out all those Archangels, really expensive Archangels, efficiently with the Shadow Flyers. It's rare that you get that, but when you do, it's really, really nice. And another Archangel goes down. These units are going to go down here, and that's going to be GG from Wallace.